what the rich are hiding from you. Just one single secret. I found out so much secret about what the rich are doing that you are not doing. Whatever advantage the rich have, you can always have it to yourself. It all depends on your mindset. So many people that are rich today were not rich previously. We have plenty of self-made billionaires that started from zero. What is it that these people have that is making them having so much money, even much more than what they can afford to use? By the way, some of us cannot afford to eat 3 times daily. This era now, I think not 3 times daily anymore. If you can eat once in 24 hours in my country now, looks like you are a big man. Do you know that upon that hardship, we have people that are still making transactions in billions? Have a formula that you don't know. There's something about them. Today's topic, like I'm saying, is a secret about what the rich know that you don't know. You probably know, but don't care about using it. And those people, let me tell you that they are very careful people, that whatever they do, they are intentional about it. Let me now bring out the cards. The secret we are going to be exposing today is nothing but persistence. It doesn't just start one day. Somebody started it. I didn't mean that person that started it was queried and was not allowed to continue. So the society frowned at it. So it will not sit down in the mind of people. But consistently, you keep seeing people taking something that does not belong to them and there's no repercussion. They are not queried. So it becomes comfortable with time and people pick it up as a habit, because unconsciously, whether you want to be good or not, when you live around people, I'm telling you the importance of forming what we call masterminds. You must stay close to people who push you. This is very, very important to maintain your persistence. Okay, this is day 6 of our live video challenge on Facebook. This is day 6 and I'm here once again. Sorry, we are not going to spend much time today, but today's topic is very, very interesting. It's a secret about what the rich are hiding from you. Just one single secret. By the way, let me tell you that I found out so much secret about what the rich are doing that you are not doing, and why they are always ahead of you. I found out that it is not as if the rich are actually having some kind of, I don't know how to put it, but whatever advantage the rich have, you can always have it to yourself. It all depends on your mindset and how you look at it. And let me remind you that if you want to argue this, so many people that are rich today were not rich previously. We have plenty of self-made billionaires that started from zero. I don't know if you've taken your time to check. Most of those people that you see are billionaires in dollars, especially. Most of them, I've seen a lot of self-made billionaires that started from scratch. So what I decided to do was trying to study them carefully. I tried to study them carefully. What is it about these people? Because I always look at myself that, look, I have my head, I have my brain, they have brain, I have whatever sense of organ I have, they also have the same thing. What is different about them? I am always curious, like, what is it that these people have that is making them having so much money, even much more than what they can afford to use? By the way, some of us cannot afford to eat 3 times daily. By the way, this era now, I think not 3 times daily anymore. If you can eat once in 24 hours in my country now, looks like you are a big man. Yeah, it's that terrible, it's that hard. But do you know that upon that hardship, we have people that are still making transactions in billions? It's amazing, right? But they have a formula that you don't know. There's something about them. By the way, we have one person who is live. Thank you for joining us. I know with time I plan to make this a kind of form of conversation where people can interact with me. No, I want to give access to people. Like, I want to connect with people, because today's topic, like I'm saying, is a secret about what the rich know that you don't know. You probably know but don't care about using it. And those people, let me tell you that they are very careful people, that whatever they do, they are intentional about it. Let me now bring out the cards. The secret we are going to be exposing today is nothing but persistence. Can I hear you say that? Persistence. You see that it has a lot to do with your life. I made a vow a few days ago. I think about this is day 6. So when I made that vow, one of the things that I knew that is a secret that I need to employ to be able to achieve these set targets is persistence. Your inability to keep appearing, your inability to keep doing despite the number of failure that you are likely to face, despite the difficulties, despite the challenges. We all have challenges. We all have something that's supposed to have stopped us from moving. But guess what? What the rich are doing. Okay, we have Hamisu Muhammad Dahiru. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. You say thanks a lot. Yeah, thank you too. I appreciate and thank you for joining us. In case at a point in my conversation you have any question you want to ask, especially with regards to what I'm saying, please feel free to type it. I'm going to read and I'm going to try as much as possible to respond. Yes, I want to make it like so that I will not be too serious. Like, I want to relieve myself. You know, a while ago while I was trying to come online, it always feels so nervous to bring myself here. But guess what? Once I'm able to bring myself like this, oh, it flows. I never knew that I could flow that much, but it becomes much easier, you know. So, and again, let me go back to the topic, persistence. Persistence. We have a lot to say about this topic. I hope my 30 minutes with you today will not, by the way, I should not exceed it, but the 30 minutes should make a whole lot of sense. Let's get to work. Let's get to work. You see, persistence is the major cause of failure with many poor people. That word persistence, it has been one of the major cause of failure. Why you see a lot of people are living below poverty self. Not just in poverty, but some people are even living below poverty level. Like, it's terrible. One single thing that is making them live that such life is their inability to be persistent in what they have chosen to do. I don't know if you understand. So once you master the act of persistence, you have it all. And that's one of the secrets that the rich have. Or let me say, and guess what? Amazingly, this is available to everyone, including you that is watching me today. Your ability to be persistent. You don't buy it in the market. And when I tell people that it is not money you need to start a business, or it is not money you need to make money, especially from the scratch, well, this is very deep. Especially from the scratch, it is not capital you need to start a business. Yes, I will agree with you that at some point you might need money to be able to multiply money, because another secret that most successful people have is using their money to make more money, like sending their money on errand. That's a different topic. But what I'm saying in essence, if you understand me, is if you don't have a business yet, or you don't have a job yet, don't be too particular about capital. Be particular about some kind of things I'm telling you today. Persistent. I'm going to break it down. It will shock you. I don't know if you are following. Now, there are certain things that will aid persistence, and there are certain ways that you can go about it to make it more likely like it's easy for you, right? By the way, persistence, I've said it earlier, that is your ability to keep showing up, keep coming, even at the face of adversity, the face of difficulty, when you are supposed to give up, but you refuse to give up. Some of my guys a while ago, we sat down, we are always thinking, do you know that I've learned from Napoleon Hill. He said something that for every adversity, for every challenge, for every difficulties, come along with it a seed of opportunity. Some of you will think that all this thing you are saying is not reality. That is maybe one of the reasons why you are still where you are. I don't know where you are anyway, but try to tell yourself where you are, because I believe even if you're already making it, more persistence can always take you to somewhere else. So this video might not just be made for beginners. At all levels of your life, persistence can always get you better, can always get you more stronger. And you know what it does? Anyway, the journey starts with desire. Let me start from there. You need to have a desire for something before you can be persistent about it, right? If you don't have a desire, if you don't have a burning passion for something, then it's a little bit difficult for you to be persistent, for you to keep doing it repeatedly until it brings results. I don't know if you get. By the way, today I try to have some kind of small notes down so that it will guide my conversation. I noticed that as I'm trying to always come from my head, at times I'm not very organized. So I say things very scattered. You know, I try to look at the videos I've made, and then I'm always improving. So I need to get some points down so that it will guide my presentation. Now, like I said, the test of your persistence is seen at the phase of adversity. Like, you can now know that you are persistent in something when you fail, you come back again, you fail, you didn't give up, you come back again. This is not common. This is not found with many unsuccessful people. Even before some of them start seeing small challenge, they have given up already. And for the ones that might even try 1, 2, 3, they will still give up. Do you know, the amazing thing is that I started by studying the successful people. You know, I studied them keenly. People like Thomas Edison, people like, there are so many of them. People like this guy of KFC. Is it, what they call him? Colonel something. Right? How many times do they fail? This guy of Harry Potter, how many times? Go and check. You know, I might not be able to remember vividly, but I think for Thomas Edison, before he was able to invent the electric bulb that me and you are enjoying today, that place is not dark when it's supposed to be dark, he tried over 1,000 times. Is it 1,000? 10,000 times. Well, in some places I will see 1,000 times. Sometimes I'm confused, but the message is he has tried several times doing the same thing, repeating the same experiment until he got what he wanted, which was a light bulb that me and you are enjoying today. Now, assuming he gave up, do you think he would have had a bulb today? That's the question. Now, there is something in you that you are supposed to be achieving, but because any small threat, any small problem, you have given up. By the way, I have Idris A1 Abdullahi. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, I love it when people join live session with me, because it encourages me and I feel I'm talking to people, not just talking to empty camera. By the way, I know quite a lot of people will come to watch later. And I just look, I think, is it my day 2 video, day 3, that is over 1,000 views already. Wow, that's amazing, and I love you. Thank you for watching. I know you are getting value, right? The value might not really make sense for now, but I know it will make sense with time. So keep encouraging me. Thank you. So there's what we call mastermind. You need to have community of people, community of friends, probably relatives, mentors, people that once you are with them, they ginger you to maintain a particular course of action continuously, consistently. Do you know that there's what we call law of average? Do you know that it's not possible for you to just come, you want to start something, and that day you are perfect at it, and that day you get the results? It is not usually possible. I don't know if you get. It's not usually possible for you to get started just immediately and you're already producing results. Well, that could look like miracle. But what I call miracle is your ability to keep on coming back to that particular thing that is not making sense until it makes sense. Do you know that there is a way of forming habits? This daily behavior you have, when you wake up every day, just look at the things you do, the things you listen to, the things you see. With time, do you know that? Let me give you a simple example. For most people that became a thief or maybe armed robber, sorry for if you are an armed robber and you are watching this, I'm not talking against you, please, but I want to give that as a scenario, a case study. Initially it was not their intention to become that, but there is a way that they probably would have lived around some kind of people that every day they see like what is happening. I'm sorry, in my country, it's unfortunate that you are going to hear a lot of different type of cases every day on how politicians, this person something $1 billion, something billion naira, this something billion, taken away from the national treasury. That's uncalled for. But by the way, you see, a lot of people will not do that, but because it's becoming like a norm, people even celebrate those who take their things now. It's quite unfortunate. So what I'm saying in essence is that it doesn't just start one day. Somebody started it. I didn't mean that person that started it was queried and was not allowed to continue. So the society frowned at it. So it will not sit down in the mind of people. But consistently, you keep seeing people taking something that does not belong to them and there's no repercussion. They are not queried. So it becomes comfortable with time and people pick it up as a habit, because unconsciously, whether you want to be good or not, when you live around people, I'm telling you the importance of forming what we call masterminds. You must stay close to people who push you. This is very, very important to maintain your persistence. We are talking about persistence today and the impact it has on your life. Even at this level that you are, there are things that that you were persistent at them. You didn't give up on it. And you have it today. So it is that whatever you have decided that you want to have, with that persistence, you can also get it. I don't know if you understand. Now, let me make a simple example. How many of us are money conscious? How many of us are poverty conscious? What I mean by money conscious or poverty conscious, do you know that in some society you are not even supposed to be too money conscious? They will tell you that, look, you too like money. They will bring you down, like they will make you look stupid for thinking you like money. So unconsciously, that kind of environment makes you feel that you are not supposed to like money and you cannot attract what you do not like. I don't know if you are getting it. If this is making sense to you, please type you are making sense, you are making sense, you are making sense. By the way, I just have another person, Suleiman Bin Dawood. Thank you for joining our live session and I really appreciate. Whosoever join me, I will mention your name in my video. So I know that a time will come that even probably the what they call them, Guinness Book of Record, we take these things and join them together and say, yes, this guy vowed and he did it. So your name will be appearing there. You should be happy. Thank you. Anyway, that was on a lighter note. But let me say it categorically again that you cannot attract what you never thought of. You cannot attract what you hate. You cannot attract what you do not like. Do you understand? And the most unfortunate aspect of it is that whatever it is that always on your mind, always on your thought, the things you see every day, the things you interact with every day, even the kind of things you watch on your TV, the kind of things you listen to on the media. Just like some of you now, if you continuously listen to me, with time you find out that, wow, this guy is making sense. But maybe at first you just think, whoa, he's just saying rubbish. And the same thing applicable to many other things you might want to learn online. The first time you be coming in contact with it looks abstract. It doesn't, because it's natural. But with time, just keep doing it. Sometimes when I pick up a book, a financial book I want to study, I can read some like 3, 4, 5 times continuously, depending on the amount of value I have from reading it the first time. The reason why I'm doing that, it makes more sense, it digests more, and even you will see more value and you'll be able to apply more of some things that probably you might not even pay attention to at the first time you are reading. Each time you read, you have new information from the same book. The power of consistency. It can make you wealthy. It can make you stinkingly rich. But there are rules to that. One of the things I would like to warn you is that avoid being poverty conscious without knowing. If you live around people who doesn't actually care about much money, you find out that you don't normally I just want to be comfortable. By the way, how many years do you have to live in this earth? You are dying. Oh my God, that's a wrong mindset. Do you know that 2 years of your life that you live with impact is better than 50 years of somebody that he lives wasting them, thinking that the only thing he's working for is working for hereafter? And there's this way some people have, or let me say, some religious kind of mentality of making you feel you don't need anything out of this world. It's just nothing. That's not true. It's a mindset, and it has a lot of damage in you. What stops you from thinking you can achieve a lot in this world and also achieve a lot in hereafter? What stops you from thinking this way? Me, I just love to be on the other side though. You get? You can get the two. By the way, you already see people that have the two. By the way, me, I believe if you don't have any impact in this world, your heaven will have a question mark. Oh, I don't know, but this is my own opinion, by the way. So let's get back to our presentation. The end result of your persistence is success. You will win. You just keep showing up. Believe in yourself. Know what you want. Just so that some of the starting, I say desire. You desire something. Another thing that strengthens desire is your will. Like you have a personal will to achieve something. Like that thing is sitting right there in your head, and you want to get it. Sometimes I tell people, put do or die affair mentality. Like either you get it or nothing else. You don't accept anything else. If you start building some of this mentality, persistence, you're going to get there. Whatever it is, just be specific about it, by the way. You understand? There's what we call mental inertia. For those people that are science students, I don't know whatever law they call it. I don't usually like putting those things on my head because I just feel I don't need them much. But this one, they call, is it first law of motion, whatever they call it, that a mind or something will continue to be at rest until an external force acted upon it. I don't know whatever law is that, but I know that this is very applicable to life. Your brain is not ready to work, and it's not always ready to do something until you push it. I don't know if you get. And do you know that the funny thing is, if you are not even ready to use your brain positively, the brain will now have a way of, at default, using itself negatively. That's why some people are poor. I'm sorry to say, but because you are not intentionally about using your brain, you are not intentional about planning to achieve something, your mind now decide to use itself, and I can guarantee you that it will be negatively used. It is rare that you allow your mind. Okay, just look at a driver that is driving now. You are driving a car, and all of a sudden you didn't want to control the steering. You didn't want to control the steering again. You just leave it and you allow it to be taking you. Where do you think it's taking you to? Do you know the answer? Do you know where it's taking you to? That's what some people are doing to their life. So you need to be able to know first what you want and push yourself out of that mental inertia. Like your brain is at rest. Your brain has to be in use for you to be useful. I don't know if you understand. So now, even the kind of thinking that you have on your head, some people never think about anything. I've read one of the Brian Tracy's work. He said psychology of selling. Is it psychology of selling or business strategy? He mentioned in one of those books that thinking is one of the basic work, is one of the major work of every entrepreneur. In fact, let me not put entrepreneur. I want to format it. I want to edit it. Of every human being, because once you cannot use your head, even if you are not entrepreneur, you will now know where you belong. Use your head. Do you understand? So when you are using your head, there are some kind of thoughts that are supposed to be allowed into your heart. There is some that will come naturally, but because you are not intentionally about the kind of thought you are supposed to have, you discard them immediately. Like for example, when somebody start talking about me, by the way, I just want to be comfortable in life. I don't need much money. What do I need it for? Run away. Don't listen to those kind of things. Reject it from your ear. React. Tell your body. In fact, sometimes what I do, I will pinch myself. I'll say, stop it. Don't think like that. Even if it's only me that I'm thinking, stop it. I will stop it. And immediately the thought will go out of my head. Then I will replace it with abundance. Do you know, you need to start having some of this mindset, and you need to be consistent in having it, especially when you merge it with what you want and you go for it. Do you understand? Because naturally your mind is not supposed to think, except you want to use it to think. Then it will now be useful. You know, if you allow yourself to natural forces, if you allow yourself to natural environment, if you allow yourself to conditions, if you allow yourself to difficulties, what these things does is they can just keep you in a pace, or in a cage. Let me use that. So, but you have to struggle to bring yourself out of it. One of the secrets, know what you want and be persistent about it. I don't know if I'm communicating. This is actually quite taking some time now, but I don't want to exceed 30 minutes, right? So where are we? Don't allow negative influence, either from friends, either from your environment, either from your own thought. That is even more dangerous, from your own thoughts. Feeding yourself with some kind of things that you cannot, you feel weak, like you can't do things. You already told yourself, your conscious mind, that you can't do it, and it means you can't do it. You never get disappointed once you feel you can't do it. The result is you can't do it, because you will never attempt to do it even if you can do it. Something like this presentation I'm having with you now, if I've never took my time, do you know that even today as I want to come online, like I said, I feel very awkward, like very nervous, but I push myself to just point the camera and get started, and I'm here. You need to be willing to do it, right? So, but again, like I said, persistent. Snap your brain out of that low-key thinking, or not thinking at all, right? So pick yourself up each day and focus. Fail, in fact, fail massively. Face those difficulties without mercy, as if you have no other alternatives, that you must win. I don't know if you get. So, but your failure to do this, then you know the answer. Like I said earlier, failure brings with it a seed of opportunities. For every failure you see, there are seeds of opportunity that comes with it. But one of the keys that I notice successful people use to unlock or to plant that seed is persistence. You need to keep going again. You need to keep going again before you can do it, right? So you must climb over your failures. You must climb over your failures, match them down, stand on top of them. They will be shaking you, but stand gidigbam. You must make it. That's the spirit. Consistency, there are a lot of things that we assist you with it, you know. And I have this analogy of saying, like, you know, life has a reverse, and reverse is what people reverse to as failure, maybe difficult times, or your inability to achieve what you want, especially at the first trial. So it's like a reverse. But let me ask you, if a car is reversing, what is the car trying to do? It's trying to look for a better way to follow. Do you understand? This is a car. By the way, maybe you are the one driving it. If you reverse with your car, what do you intend to do? Each time you fail, it might reverse you, but that reverse is like a preparation to go. This ram, have you ever seen rams fighting? They have to go back Go back before they will come with force, telling you that going back give you ability to fight, give you ability to get to what you want. But with you, once you fail in life, you just give up. So after going back, you stay back. No, now you should be more courageous than that. I don't know how many examples I want to give you with regards to this, but I just hope it's clear. Each time you are failing in life, it's an opportunity for you to now have more strength, because you learn from mistakes, you learn from your experiences, and the next time you are coming, I'm telling you, you are going to be more powerful. But what did you do? You stayed down. That's what is killing you. So that persistence is still what I'm teaching today. Now, for example, like I said earlier, one of the first things to do is to first know what you want, so that you can be now persistent at it. If you don't know what you want, I'm going to show you some ways to develop this persistence. Definiteness of purpose. I think I listed about 5 or 6 here. Let me just mention them, so that we round up. We're almost going. I don't know how many minutes we have spent, but let's just try to round up. I just hope that if you don't learn anything today, just learn that, look, once you know what you want, don't you stop. No matter the amount of failure, difficulties, keep doing it. That we call it imitation. Once you see that thing have success in it, and by the way, you should ensure that there are successful people who have done it before and they have a result from it. So you all now keep repeating their steps, keep repeating their steps, keep repeating their steps. You are going to get it right. I don't know if you get it. So I will tell you, I will mention them in a row. Maybe we explain. Number 1, I said definiteness of purpose. You must know what you want. Number 2, I say desire. You must have desire for that thing you want. It's not by mere saying. Number 3, I say definiteness of plan. Then you must now put down a plan. By the way, I'm coming to that topic some other day, how to structure your plan and how to follow it up. But you must have a plan, not by mere saying, not by mere desire, not by mere wishes, not by mere hoping. You must have a strong plan. That strong plan does not mean that you must go and hire somebody who is a business owner to come and design for you your business plan, because that's what educated people do. By the way, in some of my videos, I said we have educated illiterates, and some people want to fight me. I have quite a few number of people that reach out to me. How can you say people are educated illiterate? I think in the last video I was confused. I was saying uneducated illiterate, but I found out that I'm supposed to be saying educated illiterate. And the way I define them, let me give you the definition why people are fighting it. That educated illiterate are those people that have knowledge in their head, but that knowledge, they cannot use it to do what that knowledge is saying. Like, you cannot have value out of that knowledge that you have on your head. You cannot use it to do something. So once I said you are educated, quite all right, but once that knowledge cannot be transferred into a useful thing that people will benefit from, then I now say that you are an educated illiterate. So people they are not comfortable with this, because so many of the people I know that are educated, this is where they belong. That's the truth. See, it is not all about they have given you a job, you are running about going job every day. No. What you should ask yourself is that, assuming that they did not give you a job to do, that knowledge you have, what can you do with it? Even if they give you a job to do, see, your purpose is not to come to this life to go and be doing a job for someone. No. By the way, I'm not saying it's no good to do job for someone, but my point is, even if to do job for someone without knowledge, but let it be that it is productive knowledge. It can bring development, it can bring revolution, it can bring a value, it can help people, it can benefit the humanity. Then your knowledge, I can now say that you are educated. But until you can prove that to me, you are an educated illiterate. That's my point. So where did I stop? Definiteness of plan. I also say pursuing the right knowledge. By the way, you see, I'm faster than my shadow. You need to pursue the kind of knowledge that you know that it is something of value and it is something you can use. If you just go to school, for example, that the only thing you resolve to getting after the school is certificate, I'm sorry, you don't have any value. Because when you come out, they ask you, what can you do? You now say you want to look for a job first. So what does that mean? You want to look for a job first and you are knowledgeable. Okay, assuming that in the whole of this life people have not created a job yet. This topic is very, very deep. I'm not intending to bring it to this conversation, but I'll come to it some other day, because I have quite a few number of people that I will need to explain this concept to very well, so that they will understand it. But until you can produce out of what you know, to me, your education is having question mark. So pursuing the right knowledge or skill, you should make sure that you are learning what you can do, what you can practice, right? Don't just learn. At the end of the day, you have so much knowledge but you don't know what to do with it. I don't like that kind of knowledge. So that one will distract your persistence, because it's like you are knowledgeable but you don't know what to do. I don't know if you understand. So if you want to develop persistence, you must make sure that you go around the right knowledge and skills that empower your persistence. So willpower, I also mentioned this earlier. Willpower, it's when you have a strong desire that it can resolve into that willpower, that energy, that passion. I don't know if you get. Then finally, your habits. The things you have chosen to do every day, you can structure it. This is where I must go, this is where I must not go. Anything want to distract you, at least you have less of maybe 20-30% distraction, but you should always focus on achieving 70% of what you are supposed to achieve daily. So once you are structured like that, I talk about plan, so it's easier for you to be persistent with them. That your habits now, the things where if you wake up, what do you want to do next? If you go to office, what do you do next? You don't even know. Like, you are supposed to have a plan, a prior to the next day, what you are supposed to do the next day. So this topic of persistence, maybe I did justice to it, but it's something that you might want to consider doing. Pick what you know you want to do, then keep being persistent at that thing. Do it again and again. Even when you fail, it doesn't matter. Don't stop. Believe in yourself and keep pushing. See you some other time, and bye for now. Bye bye.